I feel like Fortnite Storyline is dying, and before you freak out in the comments section, let me explain what I mean by that. I wanted this current storyline to be good. It really was good for a little bit of time. There were a lot of intriguing points and characters and a lot of mysteries surrounding different things that were going on, and then we get the last set of Syndicate Quests, and the ball is just dropped. This was the most hastily thrown together piece of crap that we've gotten since Fortnite Fracture. And listen, I know that Fracture was a live event, but still, I'm thinking about the broader storyline narrative as a whole. This just left me feeling empty. Think about everything that we've gotten up to this point. Last season ended with a giant butthole in the sky, Stellan talking about the shapeless man and how the butthole could rip the island apart. Then this season started with the butthole and Stellan disappearing with any traces of the Oathbound other than their castle. There's a brand new city to explore, a bunch of POIs with syndicates living in them, and apparently some of these syndicates are at odds with each other. One of the main syndicates is detailed files in the last reality, but they get deleted by someone who's known as the Saboteur. Turns out later on that this Saboteur has been pulling strings the entire time, making all the syndicates mad at each other, but also recruits the help of one particular syndicate, the Unseen, which is supposed to help him in his plan to, I guess, bring the last reality to the Fortnite island. That was never confirmed as to what exactly was happening there. And although I'm 90% sure that the Saboteur was Triarch Nox, that was never confirmed or talked about or brought up again in any kind of plot point whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the whole Saboteur plot was dropped altogether in this last set of Syndicate Quests. And the craziest part about it all is that the Unseen Syndicate apparently is ready to turn their back on the last reality because they now believe in the power of love and friendship.
You've done the impossible. You've united the city and reminded us that we need each other.
Wait, we did? Look, I made about a dozen videos ranting about the Fortnite storyline. You can check all those out in the playlist that I have down for you below. But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out how much more I can really complain about it when the issue is the same over and over and over again. And I honestly hate being proven right with this over and over and over again. We keep getting plot points dropped. Seriously, think about the state that the storyline is in and how many times some interesting concepts have just been thrown away to the side. We have no idea what happened to Jonesy, no idea what happened to Paradigm, no idea what happened to Amy, no idea what happened to Stellan or the Oathbound. All of these key players in the story just up and disappeared. The Fortnite Storyline's plot has been dropped more times than an unwanted child. It is insane how often we just bring up something, build up something, and then don't hear about it for several months. There is literally no payoff to anything. I want you to tell me right now, you can leave me a comment down below. Do you legitimately feel like there's any sort of reward for being a hardcore Fortnite theorist or fan or follower of the story? What payoff have you actually gotten this season from last season? I think the biggest thing on everyone's mind is, where does the storyline go from here? I guess we could do more delving and exploring into the syndicates. Maybe they're gonna bring Amy back next season. There is a rumor going around that next season is gonna start off like Zero Crisis did, Chapter 2, Season 6, with some kind of big interactive in-game event. If that's true, that's cool, and I'm sure that they'll figure out some way to shoehorn the story back in. But with this last set of quests, they literally left us with nothing to go off of for an end of season event, which I guess confirms or solidifies the point that we're not getting a live event for the end of this season. I was talking to That Nerd Chris the other day, and we were both talking about like the state that Fortnite is in right now. One thing he told me was that back in the early days of Fortnite, up until about Chapter 2, he said that he would never think of missing a live event. But now, it really doesn't matter that much to him, and I can totally understand that. Now, as a content creator and as someone who covers a storyline, I don't want to miss live events either. But at the same time, if it wasn't for my involvement with content creation, this wouldn't even be that enticing to me. I probably wouldn't care about it either. And even as someone who does cover the Fortnite storyline, I don't even care about it as much as I used to. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you guys. I'm happy that I'm a Fortnite content creator that doesn't rely on Fortnite storyline content. A lot of you know me as the Fortnite theory guy, but that's never been my intention to only be that, to stay that person, and to exclusively make that kind of content. I will occasionally cover the Fortnite story if it allows me to, but if there's nothing to go off of, well, it's just gonna make for lackluster content. And I honestly don't want to keep making videos for you guys where I'm just sitting here complaining about how bad the story is, because by this point, you already know my thoughts on it if you've been following me long enough. I was legitimately thinking that I was gonna be wrong about that video I made about a month and a half, 2 months ago about Triarch Nox, how he wasn't gonna be relevant to the story at all. I really was hoping that I was gonna be wrong, because when we got the third set of Syndicate Quests, it looked like the story was really building up to something exciting. The payoff wasn't there. All the the syndicates seem to be aligned with each other and all in harmony again and working together, it seems forced and it seems really rushed. It didn't seem like we earned that payoff. One of the other plot points that was dropped was, oh, there are these pillars popping up on the map, the island's starting to crack, the island's breaking apart. None of the characters in the game are mentioning this at all in the storyline quests. And then we've got Serenade popping up on the map, who seems relatively important, and there's no mention of her anywhere in the quest either. There's all this crazy stuff happening in the background, and there's no context to understand what it is that's going on. I'm more excited about the changes that are being made to the game, the new ranked mode, potential upcoming maps with UEFN, and where Fortnite's gonna be headed in that direction. But when it comes to the story, they would have to do something very groundbreaking for me to get excited again. Maybe some quests with cutscenes added to them, maybe a web series, but until then, my interest, honestly guys, it's waning. As much as I love doing this and covering this content for y'all, and I know that's why a lot of y'all come here, it's just not very exciting to me at this point. And I want to know from you guys, how do you feel about it? Is this storyline exciting to you? Do you feel fulfilled by watching this stuff? I will continue to make storyline content as much as I can if there's something relevant, but if there's not anything really great to talk about, I'm not gonna force myself to cover it. Anyway, all that aside, I love y'all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And hey, why don't you check out this video right here? This unfortunately ended up being correct. It's my original take on Triarch Nox. Go ahead and give that a look and tell me what you think. Leave a comment there too. I love y'all. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.